going on, you guys? It's great to see you guys again. Today, I'm going to talk about something that I know a lot of y'all guitar players do not want to talk about, and I know that a lot of people be, missing when it comes to their guitar playing, and that is the bar chord. More specifically, the F bar chord, which a lot of y'all seem to be afraid of when I was afraid of it too. I can't say anything. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that I wasn't afraid of it too. But I'm going to demystify it for you guys today, so don't worry, I got you. First, before I get started with this video, I would really appreciate it if you guys liked and subscribed. It really helps me out. I'm trying to grow this channel into a community where, we can help each other out. So feel free to comment as well, asking me any questions, anything you'd like to see in future videos, and nothing, let's get started with the lesson. So I think that the first thing that kind of gets in the way of a beginner when they're playing the bar chords is literally just like the fact, like a lot of mental stuff. So people will think like, oh, I have small hands, or oh, I'm not strong enough. And I'm telling you, I've met guitar players with much smaller hands than I, and I don't have that big of hands in the first place, and they play bar chords better than me. So it's really just a matter of practicing and repetition, and thinking about it the right way, which is what we're going to get into. So I think the first place to start when we're thinking about bar chords is kind of like changing our mechanics of what we think we're supposed to do. I see a lot of people that go on the guitar, and the first thing they'll do is they'll take like this like meaty part of their fingers, and they'll like press it down on the strings. And to be honest with you, you're already setting yourself up for failure, because that's not where your strength is. If you look at your finger, if you feel it kind of like on the pad, there's a lot of, it's soft here. It's not strong. Whereas if you look just on the side of your finger, it's bony. You have a lot more, less skin, flesh in the way of your finger. So what I usually tell people to do is, instead of thinking about it like a pad, like across the strings or whatever, think about it as like a hook. Like you're kind of like hooking the bony part of your finger onto the strings, and that's really helpful. The first thing, that I usually will go to when I'm trying to figure out why someone's bar chord notes aren't ringing, right? And to make it easier, thinking about that hook, right? Let's just not even worry about the full chord. Let's just bar the whole first fret and see what happens, right? So as you can see, all my notes ring out clear. I don't know if I can do it, but a lot of beginners sometimes they'll like put like certain notes won't be clear, and you have to adjust your pressure. Going into that, in terms of pressure, that's kind of the next thing that I wanted to talk about. A lot of y'all are not putting, the right amount of pressure, and some of y'all are putting too much pressure into the string, to the point where you're like choking the neck. In the beginning, it is hard. Don't get me wrong. It's harder to fret the notes because your body is building up that muscle memory, those calluses, that strength. So I'm not going to lie. This is going to, take a little bit of repetition and practice. But when you're going about it, try to find the spot where it's the least amount of pressure that you have to exert as possible. Don't make this harder for yourself. I like to have, be relaxed when I'm playing the guitar. So, there's not enough pressure. Almost enough. And there it is. This is me trying to find the area of the sweet spot as to where the guitar is going to fret out all the notes clearly, right? Once you've practiced that a little bit, just trying to get a fret. Maybe trying moving up a little bit. Seeing what you can do there, right? The next thing is to actually fret the whole chord. So for those of you guys who don't know the F bar chord, you basically take your E major shape, right? And you would use these three fingers. You would use these three fingers instead, and you kind of have your index finger as a free finger. It's kind of like going to be taking the spot of the nut of the guitar, which is basically what an F bar chord is. What you're going to want to be doing is you'll take that E shape, slide it up one fret, and you put that bar down. Remember, like I said, the arch and the hook on your hand, on your finger, and just try to play the notes one at a time. Want it to get to the point where the notes sound out clearly. Clearly, I have some work to do because it just rang out a little bit. But, you want to get it to the point where the notes are ringing out really clearly. If you've been like trying to hold it for a long time, shake out your hand a little bit. Make sure that, you're not tense. Biggest thing, make sure you don't have tension in your body. Like we tend to some people arch over to try to get the chord or do weird stretches. No, that's not going to help you. Relax. It's gonna come. It's gonna come with time, and this is gonna be a breeze for you guys one of these days. You're gonna be like, how is this even hard? Just really find the sweet spot, relax, and press down with as much pressure as needed, but not too much. I know of some people who use a little bit more mechanics to help them get to the bar chord. For example, the thumb on the back of the guitar is pushing while the fingers barring, you know, the chord are pulling. So some people like to think about it that way, where it's like a push and pull. When I think about push and pull, I actually kind of think of my elbow on this side of the body of the guitar, pushing a little bit, slightly, not too much, and my hand that's fretting pulling backwards. So this is kind of creating like an easy, like, extra strength for my fingers, if that's something that you need. Another thing to keep in mind is that some of our guitars are different. So for example, this is you know, a Telecaster style guitar. My neck is a little bit thicker, but like baseball bat shaped type neck. It's a little bit fatter. I mean, some people's necks are wider if you're playing like maybe like an acoustic guitar or like especially a classical guitar. So in those instances, sometimes the bar chords are harder just because of how much bigger the fretboard is on the instrument. But all in all, with practice, you can pretty much play these chords on you should be able to play these on any guitar that you get, unless it's like broken or something. So this was a really quick video. Those are my, you know, easiest tips as to bringing out the bar chord, and it's really helpful to learn these chords, you guys. Like, one of the things about bar chords is that once you learn them, you can play so many songs. You can play, like, you know, if you're not even just like Beatles songs, like yesterday, all my troubles, I messed it up, or whatever. Like, it starts with an F bar chord. That's the point. But you can also play like these cool like jazz voicings, like this major 7 that I love. You know, once a guitar player learns this, you kind of never go back. But you learn this like major 7 shape right here, which, if you notice, some of y'all know this open A major 7. It's the same concept. If you move it up, some of those notes didn't come with you, so you basically have to take them with you. So you move it up 1 fret, and you put the bar on there. Now you have a B flat major 7. Move it up 1 more fret. Now you have a B major 7. It's the guitar is such a complex yet simple instrument at the same time, where it's just shapes, man. You just gotta learn the shapes and learn a little bit of mechanics, maybe a little bit of theory if you want to, and you're golden. You can play so many songs, do so many different things. And if you want to play some stuff like I played in the intro, that's now available to you. All I have to do is, you know, fight your hand with the bar chords a little bit and get it to the point where it's comfortable. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching the video, taking the time to come by. I really appreciate it. I ask that, you know, you guys like the video, subscribe, and comment. I really want to hear what you guys want to learn, what lessons I can give, and how I can improve this video experience for you guys so that you can, you know, become better guitar players. Thanks so much, and have a good day, everybody.